What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope having a blessed weekend, blessed Sunday if you're watching this. Before I get into this review for AEW's WrestleDream for 2024, just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. I'm now at 198. I'm hot damn. Like I said yesterday, I'm like, I'll probably reach it around like the 200 mark around like maybe Tuesday. Like, damn, at this rate, I might reach it today, later on, or definitely Monday. I'm like, hot damn. So thank you. Thank you to everyone that recently subbed. I appreciate it. I truly do. But enough about that. Let's get into this long ass show. Alright, I'll try to make this as painless as possible, which there was a lot of bullshit on this show. So let's get into it. Opening match is Adam the Arsonist Page versus Jay Caucasian, aka Jay White from Iota the Bang Bang Gang. Alright, great opening match, I must say. My fucking Osprey and Ricochet, take fucking notes. Alright, like this is how you have a great fucking match, because you sell. Alright, that's what I love the most about this fucking match. The selling, the psychology behind it, because it makes fucking sense. It's too easy. Yeah, two professionals right here, and Jay and Adam. Alright, these guys know what the fuck they're doing. So let me break down this match. In the beginning, they're just basically, hitting each other, striking back and forth. Very stiff match. It's another reason why I enjoyed this match. Right, fast forward, we see Jay hits a gourd buster onto the ring apron to Adam. Fast forward, we see Adam, he hits a fall-away slam to the bottom turnbuckle like he did to Juice Robinson to Jay here. Fast forward, we see Adam, he was going for those 10 punches in the corner. And mind you, the first half of this match was basically, it was like, fuck you, cowboy, cowboy shit. Fuck you, cowboy, cowboy shit. This crowd fucking hated. Well, half and half. Half, fuck with Adam, other half didn't, basically. But Jay counters with Manhattan Drop. I'm like, yo. I popped for that. I'm like, I haven't seen someone did that shit since fucking Shawn Michaels. Like, he's always notorious for doing those Manhattan Drops, and then he runs to the ropes and hits that like running forearm smash to the kip up, and does driving elbow drop. The shit he does every fucking match. But I'm like, I haven't seen that shit since him. I'm like, hot damn. Like, Jay was on his like SVR 2008 moveset in this match. I enjoyed it very much. Alright, like, we're gonna fast forward. Then we see Adam, he locks in the sleeper hold to Jay, and then he spins him around like he's fucking Cesaro. Alright, then he stops, raises his arms, and the crowd boos the fuck out of him. Like, that's when you know you're a great heel. When all you gotta do is just raise your fucking arms, all you hear is just a thunderous roar of boos towards you. Like, that's a great example of crowd control. Alright, have the crowd eating at the palm of your hand. Fast forward, we see Adam, he tries to go for that buckshot lariat, but Jay was like, nah, fuck you. Alright, not today. Ain't happening. Alright, crowd pops. He baits him over, it then hits like kind of like a modified snap suplex to the turnbuckle there. Fast forward, they're countering back and forth, but Jay hits a snap DDT to Adam there. Fast forward, we see Jay hits a snap flatliner to Adam as a counter. Like, the counters in this match were on point. Well executed. Alright, fast forward, he hits a deadlift German suplex for 2 count. Alright, and then fast forward again, we see Adam, he's trying to dig his thumbs into Jay's eyes. Fast forward, we see Adam, he gets stuck in a trio roll position. You got Jay chopping the shit out of him, and he returns the favor by doing the same shit to Adam. Alright, fast forward, we see Adam hits the DVD, the Death Valley driver to Jay off the ring apron there. Fast forward, we see Adam, he tries to get back into the ring, but Jay hits a dragon screw to Adam there. Like, Tanahashi taught him well. Alright, guys, in my opinion, best person that does dragon screws is Hiroshi Tanahashi, in my opinion. But that was pretty much the story of this match, was Jay targeting the leg of Adam Page here. Right. Fast forward, we see Adam, he hits a power bomb to the ring apron on Jay. He then picks his ass up and power bombs his ass on top of the steel steps. Fast forward, we see Adam, he's arguing with the referee. I don't know his name, but because he's trying to use the belt that he has to whip Jay here. But the ref was like, look, if you do that, man, you're going to get fucking disqualified, man. What the fuck are you doing? And Adam was like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, the fuck out the way. All right, but it takes enough time for Jay to spit. I don't know what the fuck this was. All right, like this. Oh, you see that shit like on his stomach there. Like a big ass wad of fucking spit. I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know, like, yo, what's this dude think he is, Majin Buu? The fuck was that? Oh, that has to be like bubblegum or some shit, cause that ain't normal. I ain't never seen a wad of spit look like that. That's fucking nasty as fuck. But it gives enough time for Jay to pick his ass up and hit a late breaker using the ramp. Like, that was sick. I've never seen that before. That was a good spot. Alright. So he goes back into the ring to break the count. And restart it. He runs, hits a clothesline to Adam. Fast forward, we see Jay hits another Dragon Shrew to Adam. Fast forward, we see him hit that spinning Uranagi that he always does in his match for 2 count. He then hits like a snap modified half Nelson suplex to Adam here. Fast forward, Adam hits that signature Deadeye move of his, but he sells the knee. Alright, he tries to go for a buckshot lariat. You know, his knees almost buckles. Tries to do it, but he slows down, giving enough time for Jay Caucasian to hit the Blade Runner for the 1, 2, 3. Alright, so your winner is Jay Caucasian, his first match back. Alright, now this was interesting for several reasons. Alright, now I was expecting Jay to win here, but I was expecting him to win via interference from the Bang Bang Gang. You know what I mean? But he flat out beat him clean. Alright, and I pointed this out because I was talking to some of the homies. I was like, yo, Jay did what Swerve did it, which is beat Adam Page clean. Which is what the fuck he did. And yet, you got niggas gonna call me glazing. Like, man, shut the fuck up. First off, how the fuck is that glazing? Glazing is saying some shit like, oh, Jay White is like the greatest wrestler of all time. Like, that's fucking glazing. Not pointing out a fact that Swerve has failed to beat Adam Page clean. I don't give a fuck if he won more matches than Adam during their feud. It's like his first win came from Nana. Second win came from Nana and Brian Cage. Alright, then they wrestled to a draw. And then, like, the last time, fucking Adam wins. So as of right now, Swerve has yet to get a clean definitive win over Adam Page. But yet, I call that out, and that's glazing. Even though it wasn't a shot necessarily to Swerve, it was a shot at the booking. I'm just saying, I'm like, I can't stand these fucking toxic ass fans. These younger ass fans I've been watching for like the past 2 years and think they know fucking wrestling. You know what I mean? I can't fucking stand them. I mean, I swear I don't. I don't fuck with these people, man. Get on my fucking nerves. Irritating as all hell. Alright, don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I'm going to say I'm glazing. Man, get the fuck out of here. Shut your ass up. Shut the fuck up. I digress. I'm sorry. Just had to point that out. Jay out here just created the foundation on how to beat fucking Adam Page. Just fuck up his leg. I mean, focus on his leg, take away his buckshot lariat, and then you win. There you go. That's all you gotta do for anyone that faces Adam Page from here on out. Alright, but it's not gonna happen. Nah. But yeah, this was a great match. Alright, between two of the best here in AEW. Adam, he's been on point all year. And it's good to see Jay Caucasian back. You know, hopefully he stays healthy and not get injured again. Alright, that's all I gotta say about this shit, so we move on. Second match is for the AEW Women's World Championship. You got Willow Nightingale, challenger, going up against the Glamour, Mariah May. Here you have two sexy ass women that can both talk and wrestle. So guaranteed this was going to be a good match. And it was, so let me break it down. Fast forward, we see Willow hits like kind of like a heel or a hip toss to Mariah there. She then hits a scoop slam to her. Fast forward, we see Mariah hits like a shotgun drop kick to Willow there. Fast forward, we see Mariah, she's on her heel shit. She says, "Smile for the camera, bitch." Alright, that's what this hold was right here. Alright, fast forward, we see Willow hits that bounce to Mariah, and that's how you fucking say it. Excalibur, this motherfucker was like, fucking Willow hits the pounce to denounce. I'm like, man, shut your goofy ass up, man. When you say the pounce, it's the bounce. That's how it's done, alright? You gotta see that shit with your entire soul. If you have one, that is, Excalibur. But I digress. Moving on, we see Mariah hits another shotgun drop kick to Willow. Fast forward, we see Willow, she's on her Mike Tyson shit. And this is like the first time. Several times we see people just biting each other. What you guys fucking cannibals all of a sudden? Like, what the fuck's going on here? Fucking Hills Have Eyes ass fucking shit right here. Fast forward, we see Willow shits a couple consecutive mat stunts, followed up by the spine on the pine. Spine buster. Fast forward, we see Mariah hits a deadlift German to Willow. Fast forward again, we see Willow locks in kind of like a modified version of the figure four leg lock that she learned down in CMLL while she was champion. Alright, and then I never seen this before. Then she proceeds to bash Mariah's head in using her own knee. Savage. Some savage shit right there. I love it. That's what I like to see. Fast forward, we see Willow hits that signature cannonball that she does better than Kevin Owens right there in the corner to Mariah May. She then moonsaults herself because Mariah dodges it, climbs up the turnbuckle, and hits a diving shotgun dropkick to Willow. Fast forward just to Mayday for 2 count. Fast forward again, they're exchanging strikes back and forth, but Willow hits a nasty clothesline. Both these women are down. Fast forward, we see Mariah hits a victory roll counter for 2 count. Then Willow tries to counter that for 2 count. Fast forward, we see Willow hits a nasty, and I do mean a nasty, Death Valley driver into the turnbuckle onto Mariah. But we're going to fast forward here where you see Willow tries to go for an avalanche powerbomb, but Mariah counters it into a Hurricane Rana, and Willow sells the fuck out of it. Alright, goes flying. Great visual right here. Alright, fast forward, Mariah hits that signature knee of hers, then follows up with the Storm Zero for the 1, 2, 3. And still, the AEW Women's Champion, the Glamour, Mariah May. So, here, there's the thing about this show, right? The first half was great, 100%. The match is delivered, in my, for the most part. All right, I'll get into some bullshit here in a bit. All right, but these first 2 matches, excellent, 100%. These 2 ladies went out there and delivered. All right, but there was no possible way that Willow was going to win here tonight. But even so, I still enjoyed the match. So that speaks volumes of the worker that Willow is. Alright, so big ups to her and big ups to Mariah May, who is a way better champion than Mercedes Moné. And I don't give a fuck who gets offended. Those are the same people who get their panties in a bunch and want to dislike my video, like that Triple H video when I call it bullshit. They refuse to accept reality of the fact that Mercedes Moné is completely 110% fucking mid. Alright, mid in every parameter there is. Alright, but yet for some reason I can't find myself to hate her. I don't know why. Always been different towards Mercedes Moné. But the fact is, she is mid as fuck. Basic. That's the definition of basic. A basic female wrestler, that's Mercedes Moné. Alright, she's not this huge fucking star that she claims to be, in my opinion. Because Mariah May, sexier, better worker, better promo. Keep the belt on her because I'm enjoying the title reign so far. Alright, eventually we're gonna get that match between her and Mina Shirakawa, and Mina ain't going over. Ain't happening. And that's interesting. I don't know who at this point is gonna beat Mariah. Who the fuck knows? But I'm interested. That's for sure. But I digress. Let's move on. Next match is for the TNT Championship. You got my nigga Katsuyori Shibata going up against Jungle Jobber Jack Perry. And I'm absolutely not going to break down this match because this man Jungle Jobber has no business going over someone like Katsuyori Shibata. Basically, this match was Shibata was like, okay, you go over, but I'm gonna fuck you up in the process. And that's what happened. So we're just gonna fast forward to the finish. Alright, we see Shibata locks in the rear naked choke, but his shoulders are both on the mat, so fucking Jungle Boy gets the 1, 2, 3, technically, because he pinned Shibata, even though his ass was getting choked out. The crowd was booing the shit out of this finish, and rightfully so. So, your winner, and still the TNT champion, Jungle Jobber Jack Perry. Alright. Fast forward, you see Shibata, he's pissed off. He's like, what the fuck was that? You know, he's arguing with the referee. That gives enough time for Jungle Jobber to attack him from behind and go upside his head with the title. Alright, then we fast forward, we see the return of DG, Mr. Daniel Garcia, who apparently is not going to the Performance Center to smash the cheeks out there. Right? So he comes, he confronts Jungle Jobber. He says, fuck you, I'm out of here. Alright. And then we see the return of Mr. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Alright, but Jungle Boy comes from behind, goes upside his head with the title. Alright, then we see MJF. He proceeds to whoop Daniel Garcia's ass once again. Maxwell grabs the microphone. He says, like, oh, look, Danny boy. It's like, last time I checked, I whooped your ass without breaking a sweat. Then I went off to go make millions and star in blockbuster movies. Which I don't know about all that. Which I'm like, the only thing I know of that he was in was Happy Gilmore 2. Which I said that before, and I hope it's good. I hope it's funny. It's like, how can you fuck up Happy Gilmore? You know what I mean? With like, and you gotta have Shooter McGavin and that shit. You know what I mean? Oh, and rest in peace to Carl Weathers, Mr. Action Jackson, right there. Sucks he's not gonna be in there. You know, he passed away. But regardless, I hope the movie's good. All right, but yeah, fast forward. He was like, oh, and I also heard you had a bidding war, huh? Well, that was about as relevant and non-existent as the Seattle Supersonics. I'm like, damn, that's a deep cut. That's just fucked up, man. Oh, my bad, this isn't Seattle, this is Tacoma. Who gives a shit? And by the way, now you told me that you pawned off my $1 million diamond ring. And it took quite some time. But I found it. And now you're gonna kiss it. Alright, so before he could punch Dan Garcia's lights out, we see it's all about the boom. Mr. Adam Cole, baby. Which, I'm not gonna lie to you, I forgot Adam was still all elite. I forgot this dude was still signed to AEW. That's how long it's been. This motherfucker's been out for like 2 years. It damn near feels like, man. He's been out for a minute. But I am glad to see Adam Cole back. And I'm looking at Adam and I'm like, yo, this dude's skinny as shit. I'm like, how the fuck does Rhea Ripley have bigger arms than you, my guy? Like, it's embarrassing. Like, that's always been Adam's biggest detriment, is his physique. Like, if this dude was out here looking like Brian Cage, he wouldn't have been like a 5-time AEW World Champion right now. Not only that, his ass would still be in the WWE. Hell, he'd probably be where Cody is at right now. Like, why the fuck did you push Cody Rhodes when you got Adam Cole, baby? Which is a complete package. You know what I mean? If he was jacked like that, but he's not. But regardless, I'm happy he's back. Crowd was loving it. They did the whole boom and the Adam Cole, baby. Told him that he does. You know, he looks at the camera. He tells the entire world that he's back, baby. And that he's coming after MJF and that he's a dead man. And that's it. So we're going to pick up where he left off like back in like 2020. You know, that's how long it's been. It damn near feels like it's been that long, but I digress. All right, let's move on. Next, we get the triple threat match for the International Championship. Where you got the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita, going up against Ricochet and the current champion, Mr. Bruv, Will Ospreay. I'll break this match down real quick, Barney style. Alright? First we see the anything you can do, I can do better. It's the, alright, you do this, bruv, then I do this, bro, you do this, I help you do that, then I do this, okay? It's already hard enough trying to suspend my disbelief watching this bullshit. Alright? And then I see this bullshit, and it's just like, come on, man. It's so choreographed. It's like just watching them do rehearsals, you know what I mean? Like, how is that professional wrestling? I don't want to see that bullshit. Alright? Fast forward, we see Konosuke, he comes in, hits a double drop kick to both of them. He says, not tonight. Fuck you. Alright? It should have been the Konosuke instead of, I believe they were chanting, this is wrestling. This is wrestling. Like, no. No, the fuck it isn't. And that's the fucking problem. Alright, but I'll get in more to that a little bit here. Moving on, we see some more fake bullshit from Will Ospreay. Fast forward, this is a line that stuck out to me from Nigel. All right, because Nigel, he's like the only good commentator in AEW besides from Taz, but fucking Excalibur doesn't let Taz talk. All right, Nigel said that Pac is a man that gravity forgot. Ricochet is a man that gravity never met. I'm like, that's a fucking bar. Like, that's why Nigel was a fucking man right there. That was good. I like that. That was a good line from him. Fast forward, we see Konosuke hit a nasty. And I do mean a nasty forearm to Ricochet here. And it's just like, man, he has the best forearms right now in the game, in my opinion. It legit looks like you just knock a motherfucker out with that shit, man. It's pow. You know what I mean? But fast forward, see Ospreay hits the phenomenal forearm into Konosuke here. And fast forward again, we see some more fake choreographed bullshit to where this is what happened. You got Ospreay, he jumps like off the back of Ricochet onto Konosuke into a Death Valley driver. But it was like, what the fuck move was Ospreay trying to do to Konosuke? like why would he jump off Ricochet just to get his ass fucking DVD'd? That doesn't make any sense. But that's what he did. So we move on, we see Ricochet, he counters a Stormbreaker into a Hurricane on a pin. Fast forward, he hits the backslide bomb to Ospreay here. And fast forward, we see Ospreay, he hits the powerbomb into the Styles Clash to Ospreay here. We fast forward, we see Konosuke, he hits the Hito Dinashi driver into a wheelbarrow release suplex onto Ospreay. And this asshole no-sells the fuck out of it. And I was done after this. I seen this shit, I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, this dude just no-sold the fuck out of two of those devastating moves from Konosuke's arsenal. And I'm supposed to believe that, yeah, this is the best professional wrestler in the world. Get the fuck out of here. Absolutely not. And here's the thing, we rant about Mr. fucking Picasso over here because he gets offended when people call him out on his no-selling. Because, oh, I learned this shit in Japan, bro. Well, this isn't Japan. And mind you, they sell shit way better than you do, my guy. And like, yeah, they do like no-sell shit, but they do it within reason. You see what I'm saying? They don't just, I don't see them no-selling Hito Dinashi drivers and fucking wheelbarrow release suplexes back to back like it's nothing. like they didn't just take that fucking move. See what I'm saying? They might, pretty much everybody these days is no-sells Germans. It used to be a finisher, now it's just a transitional move. It is what it is. The same thing with the super kick. It used to be a finisher, now it's just they just spam super kicks like every other match. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, there comes a time and a place where no selling is appropriate, but it depends on the circumstances behind it. This schmuck, this jamoke, alright, this J-Brown, he does it damn near every fucking match. Alright, and that's why I can't take this dude serious. I can't, like, as good as he is, and he's one hell of an athlete. He is. Alright, one of the best athletes in wrestling right now. Alright, but it's this no selling that ruins his matches for me. I can't fucking do it. I could tolerate his super British promos, that's all fine and dandy. It's just the no selling that pisses me off the most about Mr. Picasso here. Alright, I digress. I'm sorry, I just had to just talk about that shit, because this shit irks me. To see this bullshit, right? But it takes Konosuke doing a lariat to knock this dude down for more than a second. I'm like, oh, okay. So he no-sells a Hito Dinashi driver, he no-sells a wheelbarrow release suplex, but a lariat takes him down. Got it. Okay, noted. And fast forward, you see Konosuke, he counters Ricochet's move. I forgot what he was trying to do, but he counters it into a Blue Thunder Bomb. Right, fast forward, he hits two nasty forearms to both Ospreay and Ricochet here, and the crowd was chanting, "This is awesome! This is awesome!" Oh my god, I hate that chant. I hate that. That might be the worst chant of all time. You know, the white I could tolerate. It depends. It has its place here and there. You know what I mean? Even though Stone Cold has been retired for like fucking years now, but that doesn't really get on my nerves. This is awesome chant. I can't stand it. I fucking hate that chant so much. They do that shit for shit that's not awesome. Alright? This match was not awesome. Well, what happens at the end was, okay? But I'll get to that here in a bit. But we fast forward, we see Ospreay hits the Os Cutter to Konosuke. Then we see Ricochet hits a Springboard 450 to Ospreay. Now here comes another sequence that really pissed me the fuck off. Alright, because they hit a Doomsday device. You had Konosuke, he picks up fucking Ricochet. Then fucking Ospreay hits the clothesline. They do Doomsday device, and Ricochet no-sells the fuck out of it. How the fuck do you no-sell a Doomsday device? Alright, rest in peace to Animal and Hawk, even though, you know, you can say what you want about them, they're still one of the best tag teams of all time. Alright, two legit badasses in that rank. Alright, and how the fuck you don't sell their finisher like that? Imagine if Animal was still alive, man, and he's seen that bullshit, man. Just disrespectful. This is flat out disrespectful, man. So not only does Ricochet no-sell the Doomsday device, Ospreay hits the Poison Rana to Ricochet, and Ricochet no-sells that too, because dropping his fucking head completely no-sells. It has no effect on him. He says, anything you could do, I could do better. So he does the Poison Rana to Ospreay, and Ospreay no-sells it. And then we see Konosuke, he hits a double German to both Ospreay and Ricochet. So not only did I hate this sequence, but it represents everything that's wrong with modern wrestling. No selling garbage, because that's what just transpired. No selling Doomsday devices, Poison Ranas like it's nothing. Give me a break. Fast forward, you see the Alpha, he hits the Tope con Hilo, Kenny Omega style to both Ospreay and Ricochet to the outside. We fast forward again, we see another super fake choreographed spot where we get Ospreay, he's talking to Ricochet. He's like, bruv, you ready, bruv? And then Ricochet's like, yeah, bro, you can do it, bruv. And then he does the fucking Hurricane Rana, and he tried to do the fucking Avalanche Hurricane Rana to a powerbomb from Konosuke, but they botched it. But Ricochet tries to save it by kind of doing like a counter into a pin, but it's like, you guys fucked that up. I get where you're going for it, but it was unnecessary. Alright, fast forward, we see Konosuke, he's the Hito Danashi driver onto Ricochet through the table. That table was shattered into smithereens. It was over. Ricochet was done after that. We fast forward, we see Ospreay hits the Flying Cannon Blade, which I believe is his best move in my opinion, because I love the way he fucking does that move, because he launches his fucking body, his entire body into that move, and it looks devastating. That's his best move in my opinion. He hits it on Konosuke, Konosuke kicks out at 1. And I'm just like, oh man. Like, this match is already fucking garbage as it is, man. I don't fucking care anymore. Alright, he hits it again, the Hidden Blade, but then we see fucking Don Callis, he gets involved, he yanks the referee to the outside. The referee's down. The referee is down. So then we fast forward, we see Callis, he tries to use a screwdriver to Ospreay, like an Ospreay stops him. It's like, what are you doing, bruv? Alright, then he tries to go for the Storm Driver, or the Tiger Driver 97 or 92, whatever you want to call it. Alright, and I couldn't help but focus on Callis' shoes. I'm like, what the fuck is... I'm sorry. I'm like, what the fuck is he wearing? Like, he got them shits straight from Goodwill in the women's section. I'm like, yo, like, how are you a grown-ass man wearing those ugly-ass shoes? Like, these bedazzled-ass shoes. He deserves to get hit with the Storm Driver fucking wearing them ugly-ass shoes. Like, my goodness. He thought that was a good idea to wear them shits on pay-per-view. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, fast forward, we see a man in a hoodie. He takes a screwdriver, busts his Ospreay upside the head, and turns out it's David Bowie. Oh, my bad, Kyle Fletcher. Konosuke then comes, hits the running knee to Ospreay for the 1, 2, 3. And no! International champion, the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita. Alright, after the match, we see Ospreay, he's crawling up to Kyle. He was like, why? Why did you do it, bruv? Why? And it was like, well, you had the opportunity to win the tag team titles from the Young Cucks, and you said no. So yeah, it makes sense for Kyle to turn on you. I mean, fucking idiot. So we see Kyle, he goes Kaioken Super Saiyan 2 Gear 5 mode and hits the Storm Driver onto Osprey. And mind you, Osprey, he isn't blading because he got bust upside the head with a screwdriver, gets hit with the fucking Storm Driver, and he ain't blading. So, hey, it is what it is. So Konosuke finally wins some singles gold. He was the MVP in this match, but if it wasn't for him, I mean, and he's pretty much the only reason I'm not completely 110% shitting on this match, because this match was fucking garbage. Alright, but at least he won. Thank God for that. But the show goes downhill after this. Next, we see Mr. Freshly Squeezed, Orange Cassidy backstage with Renee. See Jerry Lynn pulls up. He was like, look, Orange, I like you and I respect you. Hell, I even dressed up as you on Halloween with my family. But listen, despite all this chaos that's going on, if you take yourself seriously and stop being a meme, you could be the man here in AEW. Just food for thought. Hook then shows up to glaze Orange Cassidy even more. He says, listen to Jerry, you're the man, Orange. Fist bumps him and leaves. So are they teasing a more serious role for Orange Cassidy here, who's been doing the whole lazy bump gimmick for years? Right, because Con-Man loves this dude. Alright, so I want to put it past him to put the world title on Orange Cassidy at some point. Just not this gimmick, because this gimmick, his current gimmick right now, is no world champion. Like, he did fine with the mid-card of the international belt, or whatever, or the TNT belt. Had a good run. Alright, but that's the ceiling with the current Orange Cassidy that we know. So I'll be interested to see where he goes from here with his character. But moving on, we see Prince Nana in the ring. He's selling his coffee. He introduces Swerve Strickland. I have no fucking clue what the hell he was wearing out here. But we see Nana, he says, whose house? Swerve's house. Whose house? Swerve's house. And this man says it 8 fucking times. I'm like, hot damn. Even Tony got annoyed. I'm like, I don't blame you. I mean, like, I get it. Like, you say like 4, 5. This man said it 8, damn near 10 times. Like, hot damn. Like, I might need to buy me some of that coffee, man. Some of that liquid cocaine that he's fucking pushing out there. Hot damn. But Swerve comes out and he's talking and he's talking and he's talking and he's yapping. I'm just like, get to the fucking point already. God, I mean, I also lose my patience. I'm like, hot damn. Like you're saying a bunch of words, but you're not saying anything, my guy. Like, yeah, you're in your hometown. Cool, you got the cool little pop. Congratulations, man. Get to the fucking point already. He says that he's medically cleared. Then we see MVP and Shelton Benjamin come out. And he was like, you've been ignoring my DMs, my messages. We're trying to recruit your bitch ass into the Hurston kit. And here you are. So what's it going to be? All right. And then the Swerve was like, yeah, he makes some good points. I've been a jobber here and there. I lost my home, lost my belt. You could place blame on Prince Nana. But here's the thing. Prince Nana is family. And I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for him. And I don't turn on my family. All right, then Shelton grabs the mic and he was like, look, I think you're under a misconception. We weren't asking you. We were telling you. Because look, either you're with us or you're against us. All right, then Prince Nana gets involved. Yeah, Shelton's like, the fuck out of here. Shoves that thing, get the fuck out of here, man. And then they're going to fight between Swerve and Shelton. And that's it. I'm just like, this entire promo segment shouldn't have been the start of Dynamite this week, because we get no Bobby Lashley on this show. Alright, so I'm like, well, what the fuck was the point? For just Swerve to get a whole town pop? Yeah, cool, but I'm like, this segment was a complete waste in my opinion. They could have done this shit in Dynamite, or would have got the same effect, the same exact results that they got here at WrestleDream. Right, and then I see disrespect towards Bobby online, be like the Brock Lesnar meme of Bobby who? And see, this is shit I'd be talking about, because these are the same dorks that go online and they'd be like, oh, Bobby Lashley sucks, he's mid, he's too old, he can't talk on the mic, he should just retire, nobody cares about him. And then these are the same assholes I'd be like, oh, they love Cody Rhodes, they love Gunther, they love Pete Dunne, we love Johnny Gargano. And they wonder why less and less people give two fucks about professional wrestling as a whole. Alright, because it's the wrong motherfuckers getting pushed. And when you have people who actually look like badass professional wrestlers are getting shit on, and the guys who look like enhancement talent in the fucking 80s and 90s getting all the fucking spotlight. So where you have mid-carders and jobbers in the main event, when you have the main eventers in the mid-card. You just can't make this shit up, man. That's where we're at in professional wrestling in 2024. Alright, I digress. So we move on. Next, we get Hologram versus the Beast Mortis in a 2 out of 3 falls match. And I'm not breaking this shit down because fuck this match. Fast forward to the finish. Hologram is now 16-0 after he hits the torture rack bomb to Beast Mortis for the 1-2-3. I'm just shaking my head, man. Just like, for one, this match should have been on fucking Rampage. Alright? 2, like, you look at these two, you tell me who's the one that should be going over here. Man, nah. We gotta push the fake Sin Cara here. And not only are we pushing him, but this dude's undefeated. This dude right now is getting the Jade Cargill push. Like, out of all people on your roster, you give it to this dude who looks like he's about 100 pounds on a good day. Yeah, I get it. Like, he's good in the ring, super athletic, but I'm like, come on, man. Like, casual fans are not going to tune in next week to see Hologram in action. No one's going to see that. Right? This dude will never, ever be a draw. I'm just saying, but I digress. We move on. Next, we get a match between Darby Adamantium versus Brody King. Alright? And I'm just going to fast forward to the finish. Basically, Brody falls into the steel steps. Again, Darby hits the coffin drop onto Brody on top of the steel steps. Brody manages to get back into the ring for the 10 count. Darby hits the coffin drop again with a 1-2-3. Man, your winner, Darby fucking Adamantium. Congratulations. Yeah, I don't give 2 fucks about this match. They're going full steam ahead with this fucking Darby Allin push. Yeah, because Darby Allin is going to be a huge draw for AEW as world champion. It's fucking stupid because Khan refuses to bend the knee to anything other than what he wants to see. And what he wants to see, guys like Darby Adamantium, Jungle Jobber, Orange Cassidy be at the very top of AEW. That's what he wants to see. Alright, and people wonder why they can't crack over 1 million in viewership weekly for Dynamite. People wonder why in 2019, their first year was their peak year. It's been downhill ever since for this fucking company. It's fucking sad. It's fucking pathetic. Pitiful. And they have no one to blame but themselves because Khan wants to remain steadfast on this route of obscurity, mediocrity, and goofiness. That's what AEW is. Right? All emotional wrestling. I digress. Let's move on. Next, we get the AEW tag team match. Alright, we see Layla Grace fine ass surrounded by 4 jobbers, that being Top Flight, Action Andretti, and Leo Rush. Layla Grace fine as hell. That woman needs some TV time for fuck's sake. And, we get the entrance from Young Cucks, whatever. We get a special video package for a private party. Who, I was like thinking, I'm like, and I said this before, how I was never gonna root for private party because of jobbers. But I'm like, finally they're trying to take themselves serious. Maybe now they can finally win some tag team gold after being here for 5 years and not doing a damn thing. And they get a special video package from Amazing Red, hyping these guys up, man. Like one of the most underrated high flyers of all time, Amazing Red. He's telling you guys, like, you guys gotta get your shit together. Fuck all the shots. Like, no one wants to see that shit. We want to see you two fucking be champions and represent AEW. And he's 110% correct. And does that happen? Nah. No, the fuck it doesn't. Young Cucks hit the TK driver on Brother Zay, aka Isaiah Cassidy, for the 1-2-3. And even the crowd were like, yo, this is some bullshit. They were shitting on this finish. Like no one cares about the Young Cucks. Right? Like, that's why people are saying how the AEW tag team division is garbage. Because all they present is the Young Cucks, FTR, and the Acclaimed. You could have Private Party have their moment here tonight, and the crowd would have popped. They were for it. They wanted them to win, and they did. All right, so they're forever jobbers. All right, you have Grizzled Young Vets fucking jobbing out to fucking FTR on Collision. And then you have the Outrunners, who are arguably the most popular tag team here in AEW, and Collision too, where nobody watches. Nobody gives a fuck about Collision. This is why AEW's tag team division fucking sucks, because you keep pushing the same sorry ass tag teams on top. Alright, so rest in peace to Private Party. Yeah, you guys ain't never winning. It ain't gonna happen. If Amazing Red can't help you guys get the job done, it's over. Alright, you're done. You're washed. It's over. And fuck the Young Cucks. That's obvious. Alright, if they would have did business here, I would have put respect in their name. No, I would have gone easy on the Young Bucks. But no. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do the job. So fuck them. Next, we get the co-main event for tonight. And that's for the ROH World Championship. Alright, and I got some things to say about ROH, but I'll leave that work towards the end. Alright, but you got the challenger, the Ocho, Chris Jericho versus my nigga, reach for the sky, boy, Mark Briscoe. This was a good match overall, and I'm gonna break it down right now. So to start off, we see Jericho hits a code breaker onto Mark, and Mark kicks out at 1. See, this makes sense because the match just started. You don't kick out at 1 like 15, 20, 30 minutes into the match. It's bullshit. Alright. Fast forward, Mark hits a snap suplex to Jericho on the outside. Alright, he then goes for the Cactus Jack elbow drop off the ring apron onto Jericho. Fast forward, does a cannonball to both Jericho and Big Bill on the outside. He then puts Jericho in the chair and does like the blockbuster neck breaker to Jericho. He tries to get back into the ring, but Big Bill knocks his ass down with those big ass Timbs that he's wearing. Apparently those were like size 15 Timbs he's got on. Then we see Orange Cassidy hit his Superman punch, or the Orange Punch as he calls it, onto Big Bill. Then he hits it again, and he hits it again, and all three of them look like shit. Fast forward, we see Mark hits the back suplex onto Chris Jericho on the ring apron. Fast forward, hits the rollover fireman's carry slam to Jericho. Fast forward again, Jericho hits a snap suplex onto Mark onto the outside. And you got fucking Jericho, who's in his 50s, taking these crazy ass bumps. Insane. Fast forward, we see Jericho hit the top rope Hurricane Rana, or Frankensteiner, whatever you want to call it. Here to Mark Briscoe. I'm like, okay. Alright. Jericho is in top form here tonight, clearly. He's feeling himself. Fast forward, Mark hits the Fishman Buster to Jericho for the 2Q. Alright, fast forward, Jericho then locks in the walls to Jericho to Briscoe, but Briscoe manages to get to the rope. And then we see out of nowhere, the Bad Apple Brian Keith go upside his head. I don't know what the fuck he used. Looked like a cane or some shit. I don't fucking know. But he hits Briscoe, he goes down. And then we see Rocky Romero, Rebungi Vice. Rebungi Vice. every time I see Rocky Romero, I always think of that fucking theme song, man. He fights with Brian Keith and then go to the back. Alright. Fast forward, we see Jericho. He tries to use the steel chair, but Mark knocks it down with a big boot. He then goes for the tope con hilo off the chair to Jericho onto the outside. And through the table, mind you. The same table from earlier that Big Bill tried to use to choke slam Mark through. Alright, we fast forward. You see Mark, he tries to go for the froggy bow, but Jericho counters with the code breaker. Good fucking spot right here. And then we see Jericho hits the Judas effect. Then he goes for the J Driller. And I like how he looks up before he does it. That's a nice touch right there. He hits it on Mark. Mark kicks out at 2. Alright, then we see the look, the expression on Jericho's face. He's like, ain't no fucking way. We see Mark, he mans up, fights back. It's another rollover fireman's carry into the froggy bow. Jericho kicks out at 2. Then Mark finishes him off with the J Driller for the 1, 2, 3. And still the ROH World Champion, Mark Briscoe. Real quick, I just got to give a salute to Chris Jericho here. Alright. Not only was he in top form tonight, he did the job. You know, it's crazy. You had a future Hall of Famer and Chris Jericho doing a job to Mark Briscoe, but you got the Young Cucks. Even if you were to combine those two, they wouldn't have half the talent that Chris Jericho does. You got those two assholes going into business for themselves and putting themselves over on Private Party, who should have got the win. Take notes, Young Cucks, from Chris Jericho here. That's how you fucking do it. This is how you put someone over. Alright? So big ups to Chris Jericho, man. It's like, I could talk shit and roast Jericho, but I can't find myself to hate the man. Like, I can't do it. I've always liked Jericho. I met him before. I met this man in person. And he's a cool dude. He was cool to me. So yeah, big ups to Chris Jericho. Big ups to Mark Briscoe because he's still the ROH World Champion. And this is probably the biggest match in his career so far. At least singles match, that is. So this is huge. This is a huge win from Mark. Alright. Now me personally, I kind of want to see Shelton beat him and become the new ROH World Champion. Because Shelton has history with ROH, back with the World Greatest Tag Team with Charlie Haas at one point. So that'll be cool. It'll kind of be like a full circle moment. You know what I mean? That's what I like to see. So, I digress. And one thing I like to mention is you have ROH champion Mark Briscoe here. But what's absent is the other ROH champion, the current longest reigning ROH champion in the company's history, Athena. Nowhere to be found. Conspicuous in her absence on this fucking show. Like, you got two jobber-ass matches, the Beast Mortis versus Hologram, and fucking Darby Adamantium versus Brody King. Both those fucking matches could have happened on Dynamite or Collision. It don't matter, same difference. Well, why the fuck can we not get Athena here on these fucking pay-per-views? I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm still waiting for a good, logical answer as to why the fuck Athena is not on these shows. Especially when she's the longest reigning ROH champion in the company's history. Alright? And it's funny because I forgot to mention this earlier. Nana, when he was trying to introduce Swerve, he was like, coming out is the forever ROH. Oh, my bad. Forever AEW. Oh my, he's about to call out Athena. Oh shit, we're about to get Athena here. Nope. We don't get no Athena. We don't get no almighty Bobby Lashley. But we do get is a Strawny Adam Cole baby. But I digress. But again, big ups to both Jericho and to my nigga Mark Briscoe. One of my favorites here in AEW. But now it's time for the main event.
Well, it looks like the fight's already started. It's time for the main event.
For the AEW World Championship with Bryan Danielson's career on the line. Alright, he's going up against Mickey Mox, aka Jon Moxley from the BCC. Alright, this was also a solid main event up until the finish, but we'll get to that here in a bit. But what happens is, you see Danielson coming out for his entrance, and Moxley says, fuck your entrance, and attacks. And fast forward, you see Danielson hits the repeated kicks to the chest to Moxley, tries to go for the running drop kick, but Moxley says, sit your ass down, shoves him. He then takes a cable cord underneath the ring, chokes him. Alright, then fast forward, we see Danielson do the same to Moxley, and then we see Marina get involved trying to choke out Danielson, and he gets her off. Fast forward, Moxley's trying to use a steel chair, but he gets intercepted by a drop kick from Danielson. Danielson hits another drop kick into the corner. Moxley tries to lock in the bulldog choke, but Danielson counters with a Saito suplex. And mind you, they were still playing the final countdown up until they got back into the ring. Like, that's crazy watching someone get choked out to final countdown, I'm just saying. But fast forward, you see Danielson hit the psycho knee to John for a 2 count. And fast forward, you see tope suicida to John on the outside. He then does the repeated kicks to Jon Moxley on top of the Spanish announce table. But Moxley hits a pile driver on top of the announce table to Danielson. Alright, then we see Moxley, he's arguing with the referee. Was that Rick Knox? I think that's his name. And then off to a distance, we see Solo Sikoa. I'm like, when the fuck did he become all elite? That's crazy. Alright, but fast forward. Before they get back to the ring, you see Moxley, he slaps the headset off Nigel McGuinness. which is completely disrespectful. Out of all the people, we should have did that to Excalibur. Oh, big ups to JR, who was out here for the last 2 matches. Alright, but fast forward, we see Marina Shafir hitting those repeated knees to Danielson right off the ring apron there. Fast forward, we see Moxley kicking in Danielson's head. Fast forward again, we see Marina doing some more repeated knees to Danielson off the ring apron. Fast forward, we see Marina, she exposed the wood that's on the outside. John tries to go for a pile driver onto Danielson on the outside, but Danielson counters with a back body drop. Fast forward, we see these two fighting on top of the turnbuckle, and for some reason, Moxley, he bit him before earlier, but he bites him here again. Like, this dude is Mike Tyson or some shit. Fast forward, Danielson decides to be Mike Tyson as well, bites him back. It does the repeated kicks to the chest on tree roll position to Moxley, and then he runs and hits the drop kick. Fast forward, Danielson hits a spider suplex onto Moxley. He tries to go for the flying headbutt, but misses. Then John hits the Fade to Black, aka the curb stomp, to Bryan Danielson. Alright, fast forward, he tries to lock in the Bulldog choke, but Danielson gets out of it. Danielson then hits a pile driver of his own to Moxley. You see Moxley sit up like he's the Undertaker for some reason. Alright, fast forward, he does the repeated kicks again into the buzzsaw kick. You know, the crowd was chanting, yes, 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 even though Triple H thought the trademark for yes. They said, fuck it. We'll do it live. We don't care. Fast forward, Danielson tries to go for the Psycho knee again. Marina stops him, gives no time for Moxley to hit the diamond cutter to Danielson. Rick Knox had enough of her shit, and he said, you're out of here. Get the fuck out. Try me. I'm the referee. Get your ass out of here. So Marina Shafir gets packed up. See, Danielson hits a Psycho knee this time. He then kicks in Moxley's head in, tries to lock in the bell lock, but Moxley gets out of it. All right. Fast forward, Danielson tries to go for the tope suicida again to Moxley. Moxley catches him and hits the Death Rider DDT, or the paradigm shift, or whatever you want to call it, to Danielson onto the outside, to the exposed wood area. Fast forward, we see Moxley, he locks in the Bulldog choke again, but we see Danielson, he climbs up to the turnbuckle, falls back in order to get his ass off of him. Alright, and fast forward, Danielson tries to lock in the label lock again, then he switches to the triangle choke. Moxley counters by trying to lock in the rear naked choke into a cross armbar. Danielson gets out of it, hits the Regal Plex, and Moxley no-sells the fuck out of it. Fast forward, we see Danielson hits another Psycho knee, tries to do it again, but Moxley knocks his ass down for lariat. Picks his ass up, hits him with another lariat. Mox then hits the paradigm shift DDT, then hits the Gotch-style pile driver to Danielson. Ornuro Suzuki will be proud of him, and then he locks in the Bulldog choke, puts his ass to sleep for the submission. And so I'm like, damn, they're gonna end it like that? And the crowd was like, what the fuck was that? That's it? So the new AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley. So after the match, we see Moxley, he hands Claudio the title. Claudio puts the title in some backpack for some reason, which is interesting. I'm like, where are they going with this? Alright. And Marina hands Moxley that little plastic bag to suffocate this dude and murder him one last time. And then we see Darby Allin and Wheeler Yuta coming out for the save. But then we see Wheeler Yuta officially turns heel. This is a shitty Psycho knee onto Darby Adamantium. And then he cries afterwards. At least attempts to. You know, with this fake ass crocodile tears. I'm like, this dude's such a bitch. Look at this guy. Another example of a bona fide enhancement talent that Con-Man continues to try to push. Wheeler Yuta. He ain't got it. He's not that fucking dude. Alright? Doesn't matter how many times you try to push him, he ain't got it. He's not that guy, pal. Alright? We fast forward, see Darby, he's like duct taped to the corner there. Marina splashing water in his face for some reason. I don't know why. See Moxley, he hands Yuta the plastic bag, and then Yuta proceeds to suffocate Bryan Danielson. And we see Jeff Jarrett coming out for the save. And I'm like, what the fuck is Jeff Jarrett gonna do? Oh, slap nuts. Double J, Jeff Jarrett. Where the fuck's your guitar at, huh? But he comes out, he gets his ass kicked some more. Jon Moxley, whips his ass with a steel chair outside. Then we see Private Party, they try to get involved, but they get their asses kicked too. And then we see the rest of the AEW men's locker room. The rest of the cavalry comes out. ECC dips out. Then we'll see Danielson be put on a stretcher. And while this was happening, the crowd was chanting, "Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian." And they kept panning out to fucking Darby Allin to see his response. I'm like, why you keep panning out to this motherfucker, man? Man, there's a reason why they're doing this, but I'll get to that here in a bit. So yeah, that's it for WrestleDream. So my rating, I give this pay-per-view a mid out of 10. Alright, because I enjoyed the Hangman versus Jay Caucasian match. I enjoyed the AEW women's title match between Willow and Mariah May. And hell, I even enjoyed the TNT Championship match because Jungle Boy was pretty much getting his ass kicked up until the finish. Alright. And then I enjoyed Konosuke finally getting some AEW gold by winning the International Championship. So that's a plus. And I enjoyed both the co-main event and the main event stuff. Alright. Negatives was the Swerve Strickland Hurt Syndicate promo. That shit could have been on Dynamite. Fuck the Beast Mortis and Hologram match, and the Brody King and Darby and Adamantium match. Those were fucking Rampage matches. Shouldn't have been on a fucking pay-per-view. Same thing with the OC segment. That could have been on Dynamite. We would have got the same result. Oh, and fuck the Young Cucks for not wanting to put over a Private Party. Alright, so yeah, this show was mid overall. As far as what's going to happen next, well, you got Moxley, who is now a 4-time AEW champion. Fuck's sake. Alright, and this fucking Darby Allin push is coming. Right, they're going to put the belt on him. Alright, I can see it now. And they can still do what I had booked in that Hurt Syndicate video. So where instead of doing an open challenge, or instead of having Lashley beat Danielson for the title, have him beat fucking Darby Allin. Fucking steamroll, dog walk, mollywop this motherfucker into oblivion. Alright, and become the new AEW World Champion. It's either him or it's gonna be Christian Cage who cashes in. And I can see that too, which I'll be fine. Either the Patriarch or the Almighty. Alright, those are the two acceptable choices after Darby wins the world title. Alright, because he will beat Jon Moxley. I can see it right the fuck now. Alright, so hopefully Darby just isn't champion for that one. Alright, and one last thing before I head out of here. If this is indeed Danielson's last match, and he's going to retire as he should, then thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to Bryan Danielson. Thank you for all your hard work, all your sacrifice, all the pain that you put your body through for the entertainment of fans worldwide. You know what I mean? I watched the majority of this man's career from WWE and AEW. I've seen bits and pieces of his work in ROH, but I wasn't really watching during that time. And I know a lot of people hate Danielson, man. It's kind of like it's either you love him or you hate him. I like the guy. You know what I mean? I have nothing bad to say about Danielson. I never have. I know people look at him and think like he's the prime definition of a vanilla midget. I'm like, look, I mean, the man could talk. He's a decent promo. He could work his ass off in a ring. He's been in good shape for a majority of his career. The only thing he lacks is his height. I mean, that's really it, man. That's not his fault. I'm not gonna knock him for that. He had to compensate for busting his ass in the ring because of it. So Bryan Danielson's good in my book, you know. So big ups to you. Salute. If this is it, all right, you know, enjoy the rest of your life. You know, doing whatever it is that you want to do outside of wrestling. You know, be a father to your family. Be a loving husband to your wife, Bree. You know, and just enjoy life, man. I mean, you've done all there is to do in wrestling. Like, you main evented WrestleMania and you won. Alright, that's your zenith, the pinnacle of your career. You've done it all, my guy. Alright, so I don't want to see this, well, I'm switching from a full-time to part-time. Like, no, you're done, man. Like, you're done. You're washed. It's over. Alright, you had a hell of a career. You're gonna be a future Hall of Famer. This is it, man. You want to give Jon Moxley your last match? That's all fine and dandy, man. But there's nothing else for you to prove. So I truly hope that this is it for Daniel and Sandy. Go out, get your surgeries, get your Joe Rogan stem cells like Rey Mysterio did, and live your life, man. All right? You've done enough. All right? And I thank you for it. Well, that's all I gotta say about this shit. So if you watch WrestleDream, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Favorite match, favorite moment, all that good stuff. Love it, hate it, comments, subscribe to the channel. It's all it's saying to me. I just want to see the engagement and feedback from you guys. Next video will be the 5 through 10 favorites of all time video. Alright, that's to celebrate my 200 subscriber mark here on the channel. And I thank you guys. Can't thank you guys enough. Alright, and plus I gotta do the Monday Night Raw review. I'll do a review this week. I got you guys. Alright. So yeah, with that said, I waste enough of you guys' time. Been here for a fucking hour. Like these fucking pay-per-views take so fucking long, man. And I forgot to I didn't watch the pre-show, but apparently the Fat Ass and the Bad Attitude, Miss Anna Jay won. The fucking Acclaimed one, and Brian Cage is the new R-Race TV champion or whatever. So yeah, big ups to them, and yeah, that's it. I'm out of here. So be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, and trust in God. Till next time, adios.